Sweaty and Loud, B.O.B. 2017. This Saturday, our gallery will be home to a big city concert experience for the 4th August in a row. It gets loud and sweaty, you leave ears ringing and soul-filled, and often stop for tacos on your way home. As our annual Battle of the Bands competition comes to an end, I am reminded of nights in my 20s spent in dark and humid venues in Chicago. 15 years ago, I thought that's where you had to go to hear good music or discover something new. I thought you had to save up to buy a few beers and tickets. I thought that's why you leave your hometown, to explore the bigger and better. While I still think everyone should leave home and explore, it's been coming back to my hometown and starting an art gallery with my husband that hosts a Battle of the Bands competition that has allowed me to have some of my favorite live music experiences anywhere and begin to understand the sheer depth of talent available to us everywhere. I'll never forget falling in love with Christoph and Kevin of Shakes and Rumbles during our first B.O.B. in 2014. These opposing personalities came together for an awesome moment in time to create an energetic, big, fun sound that I still spend time with in my car. Even back then, when there were only 20 of us in attendance, their hair flew, their shirts came off, and they wasted themselves in performance. Whatever post I was supposed to hold during their shows, I left, sucked into their orbit. I miss many bands that haven't lasted my lifetime. They are one of them. In 2014, I think, Side Street was first introduced to Oceans and Oceans during Jingle Bell Jam. Adrian's vulnerability, combined with Chris's command, combined with Julian's style, was and is a riveting combination. Speaking of orbits, it is that Medriano sibling orbit that has given life to music at Side Street. They grew up making and supporting a local scene. We are glad they continue to do so and include us in their plans. Ousted early year one and winners year two, we have watched these devoted artists share and combine projects, invite new musicians to create, and continue to support their local scene wherever their personal journeys take them. It is inspiring. Year two, Adrian killed, playing against himself in the finals, Oceans versus Wayfarer. It was crazy and exciting, and the trust and camaraderie among the competing bands was heartwarming and a reason to keep going. During year three, B.O.B. became serious business. What had been a family affair got a record number of submissions, and the cuddly B.O.B. animal grew teeth. It remained supportive and became highly competitive. The musicians upped the ante both in performance and in their promotional games. This was both provoking and exhilarating. There was a moment in a round before the finals when I looked up at the beautiful art on the walls, all tilted from the vibrations, and in a flash there was shirtless Peter of Home Burial crowd surfing. That band had a special way of drawing folks in, giving a bit of soul, and taking a piece of you with them. I've said it before and I'll say it again, in that moment I knew I was doing something right with my life. I knew that whatever nonsense had brought Tanner and I together to create Side Street, and whatever chain of events had led to Home Burial playing in this B.O.B. was meant to be. This was a community. There have been many memorable moments in year four. The boys of El Saco channeling Godzilla, Beach Bunny's Lily in her white tennis shoes on tiptoe throwing lyrics to rip your soul, the light shows and growing immersive sounds of Phantoms and Pestilence, the faces and flair of Omar from Man Bites Dog, the How Have We Not Seen These Guys Before rock of Crippled Girl, and so on and so on. Not one of these bands came from a faraway big city. Some just crossed the street. It's amazing. And so, this completely volunteer-run, summer-long event that, so far in 2017, has brought almost 700 folks to downtown Elgin, featured almost 50 musicians, partnered 9 area businesses and organizations, including Hope for the Day and Martini Room, and is supported by your $5 suggested donations alone, comes to a close this Saturday with Accidentally on Purpose facing Mount Pocono. 2 very different, very ambitious bands, both with supportive homegrown followings and manic musical energy, will take over the gallery to see who will walk away with the Year 4 title and a prize package worth over $2,000, including dough, a headlining spot at the Elgin Fringe Festival, and amazing gifts and support from Fat Cat Custom Guitars and Repair, Rediscover Records, Elgin Symphony Orchestra, and Bravo Magazine. Doors open at 7:30. Come get sweaty and loud with us. There are plenty of earplugs to go around and plenty of delicious taco joints to stop at on your way home.
She comes to me like a movie scenes, all dressed in white. Oh, her pale green eyes, they see through me. to the other side. And I could be a better man, but I'm giving up the fight. 'Cause I love